Good evening, Mononoke. I have a core draft going that I will play to start with at least. So I totally thought this was going to be a core 2021 draft when I started it, and found out it is not. It is in fact core 19, 20, and 2021, one pack each. So it's basically a chaos draft. I ended up drafting like just a green-white aggro deck. Eh. Whoa, my opponent is a Scooz. Must be nice to have rares in your deck. This is core set draft. So it's M19, M20, and M21, one pack apiece. Well, this is M21. This one's M20. I think I want to make sure I Rapid Bite now before there are more creatures, or before they have more colors of mana available and any creatures in the graveyard. You're giving me the good game already. Yep, looking good for me. I'm like 3-0. I think I'm 4-0. This makes 5-0. As it turns out, when you're basically drafting a chaos draft, just drafting a good curve and good creatures is good enough. Two drop, 3 drop, 4 drop. Looks good. Do need to draw another land, though. Found it. I don't really want to trade, but I'm going to offer the trade. I can't just afford to rapid bite here, especially on a 2-1. I just want to get more on the board. Okay. That could have been a lot worse for me if I tried to rapid bite. Nice. Sure. Do I think they have something? Well, if I do think that, I don't want to be rapid biting. Yeah, when you were talking on Friday about that. Yeah, we were talking about that on Friday. That is Strixhaven masterpieces, but they're not really masterpieces because there's one in every pack. So they're more like time-shifted cards. And the 4 you could remember were all cards that were also in Vintage Cube. Do the time-shifted cards, if you will, are they legal and standard? No, okay, so yeah, they're banned on everything. This looks like a solid hand. Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, Swords is great, always, but D-Tutor and Natural Order are much better in older formats because of the power of the format. So they're not exactly like time-shifted cards. Time-shifted cards made them legal in that format, right? Yeah, let's do it like this. I'll discard Moment of Heroism if that's what they're going to do. No? Okay. I'm pretty far from playing this Colossal Dreadmaw. I'm just going to Moment of Heroism, I guess. That is going to get fettered. Well, that was a nice clean 7-0. It's kind of dumb that they give you Core 19 packs. Alright. Kaldheim drafting. Let's see. Shimmerdrift Veil, Iron Verdict, and Ice Tunnel are basically the best cards. This is a super weak pack. I'm going to take the Shimmerdrift Veil. Keep my options open. I wouldn't be very happy with any of the rest of these first pick. I think it's unlikely anything will wheel that I particularly care about. Port is good. Blizzard Brawl is good if I end up in snow. Although I don't have to be too hard snow for that to be good. There's Snow Swamp, Augury Raven, Iron Verdict. So Port is really good, but I don't think I want to second pick it. I kind of like this Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, I think I'll take the Blizzard Brawl. I don't really want a Snow Swamp this early, and Blizzard Brawl's pretty good. And I'd play it even without enough snow stuff, if I have just big green creatures. Well, this is far less good. So there's Divine Gambit. I don't particularly want to third pick a Divine Gambit. There's Fearless Pup. It's too early to pick a Priest with only one Snowland. Great Hall is good, but you have to be in black, white, or at least splashing the black. I don't particularly want to be doing that either. I don't know, this is pretty bad. I guess I'll take the pup. There's a woodland chasm if I want to take snowlands. Still an iron verdict. World tree's kind of interesting. I think it's too early for World Tree. If I was looking at multicolor already, World Tree would be very interesting. As it stands, I think I'm just going to take the Snowland. I'm not really stoked with any of these cards. Iron Verdict's pretty good, but I mean, I don't even have a white card yet. And it's not very good in white aggro, which makes it a lot worse of a card in general, because most of white is aggro. So I'll just take the Snowland. You like the 5-color World Tree? I think it's too early for that. I think having a Snowland is more important at this point. There's a blue-green land. There's a Horizon Sneaker. Worth noting the Snowland is gone. I mean, I think Horizon Seeker is just the best card in the pack, so I'll take that. There's Inga, Augury Raven. Run Amok's good, but I don't know that's where I want to be right now. I don't know if I like Inga or Augury Raven better. I haven't played a lot of Inga. Also worth noting, there's a Snowland in the pack, but it's black. I think I'll take Inga. Maybe I was supposed to take the Snow Swamp there, but yeah, it doesn't feel like Snow's open. Stalwart Valkyrie's pretty good. So is Goldmod Champion, and then there's another Horizon Seeker. Eh, kind of feel like not committing. Horizon Seeker's pretty good at not committing. Feels like someone to my right is in green snow. The green, I haven't seen any green snow cards, but I've seen a lot. I've seen some green cards. Oh, there's a green-white Snowland and there's Mareet. Kind of like Mareet. Yeah. Saw It Coming's not bad either. And there's a green Snowland, but I'm going to take Mareet. So here's that first pack that was garbage, and to the surprise of no one, it is still garbage. I guess I'll take Snakeskin Veil for the sideboard. Yeah, I don't think I really want anything else. Raven Form for the sideboard's not bad. Is it better than Mystic Reflection? I haven't actually played with this card before. I don't know if it's good. Sure. If I want a Raven Form for the sideboard, I can probably get one later. I don't really want to play any of this. I guess I'll take the Gambit. Thought Thief, I guess. I want none of this. I'll take Strategic Planning. I'm going to move the pup to the sideboard. I don't think I'm likely to play that at this point. Pass the white card. Reinforced Champion's pretty good. But I'm nowhere close to that. Mistwalker is good. There's a blue Snowland. Demon Bolt is good. And I have 2 Horizon Seekers already, so splashing's still on the table. Maja is really good, but I'm not. That's a lot harder to splash. It's double white. Rune of Flight's not bad either. So I think this is between like Mistwalker or Demon Bolt. I think I can take Demon Bolt. Let's do that. Ooh, Cyclone Summoner. There's also Bergstrider, another Demon Bolt, Port of Carfell. I think I want to play the Summoner. I haven't gotten to play that card before. Seems good. Oh man, can you imagine Summoner and then on the next turn Morit? Game. Blessing of Frost is good if I can pick up more Snowlands. Mass Vandal's always pretty good. There's a blue-white Snowland, so it's half on color. Right now I think I just have Blizzard Brawl for caring about Snowlands. You like Blessing of Frost? I do have a lot of 3-power creatures. I will take Blessing. I don't know if I'll get enough snow for it, but let's try. Well, there's a Shimmerdrift Vale and a Snow Forest. There's also Dwarven Hammer is pretty nuts. But I think I'm just going to take the Shimmerdrift Vale here. I do now care about Snowlands some. It helps with fixing if I want to play this Demon Bolt. This pack's pretty bad for me. I mean, is this like a Raider's Carve? Draugr Thought Thief? It's probably Draugr Thought Thief, although I'm not happy about it. There's a red-white Snowland. It's not great. There's also just a random 5/5. I'll take the random 5/5. Rune Crown. It doesn't really look like I'm going to be there. The alternative pick is what, like Frost Peak Yeti? Frost Peak Yeti's not that good. And I have a lot of like 3 and 4 right now. So I'll take Rune Crown as a speculation pick. Probably isn't going to make it, but I wouldn't be happy about Frost Peak Yeti either. Ooh, Jotun, or Jorn, I mean. And Sculptor of Winter. I'll take Jorn. Sculptor of Winter could definitely be good. I also am really short on 2s. Like, I have none. Maybe that means I need Sculptor of Winter. Try to pick up some more Snowlands. Well, Rune of Flight came back. I guess I can play that. Over, not Vold Recluse. I don't really want to play the Strategic Planning if I can avoid it. I don't think I want Colossal Plow. Don't really want Mammoth Growth either. Guess I'll take Mammoth Growth. I don't think I'm likely to play any of these. Raven Wings could make the deck. Probably don't want Raider's Carve, but I'm taking it over white cards. I don't really want any of these. I would like maybe another piece of removal, maybe one more rune, a few snowlands. Oh, there's some snowlands. And a blizzard brawl, which is removal. So what's better here? Let's see, I have 1, 2 snow permanents that are not lands. Probably have to take a land here. And it's going to be Shimmerdrip Vale to solidify being able to play Demon Bolt here. Well, there's a rune. There's also a Spirit of the Alderguard, which can find my splash. So as much as I would like the Rune of Might, I think I want the Spirit here more. Rootless U can dig out the Summoner. There's also a Replicating Ring. I think it's between those two. Replicating Ring is another snow permanent for Blizzard Brawl. It's snow mana for Blessing of Frost. And it's fixing for Demon Bolt. But Rootless U can dig out my rare, so I guess I'll take that. There's a blue snowland over 3 seasons. Yeah. Playing a lot of tapped lands. There's a green snowland, but there's also an Elven Bow and a Mistwalker. I think I like the Elven Bow. I would not mind a worm, whatever it's called. I'd like to cut this Raider's Carve. Lindworm, yeah. Wouldn't mind cutting a Draugr Thought Thief either. I'm a little shy on creatures. If this is a creature that's 12... Yeah, I need some creatures. I don't want like Lindworm, maybe one more land, and one more removal spell. Well, there's the Lindworm. There's also a rune and an Elven Bow. I think I have to take Lindworm here. There's one more green rune, so maybe it'll come back. Guardian is not bad. It's a 2-drop. Path of the World Tree. Over what? Bind the Monster? Bind the Monster is another removal spell, which is what I was looking for. I have black, blue... No, of course I have blue. Blue, green, black. I don't think Path is good enough because I'm not playing like a Snow Plains. Should have gone 5-color World Tree. If only had known. Pick 7, pack 3. There would have been a whatever it's called, the enchantment. Alright, I guess I'll take a Guardian Gladewalker. I probably don't want to play it, though. Yes, the rune came back. I guess I'll take Raven Form for the sideboard. Is that my first one? It was. I don't think the 3 seasons is going to make it. Alright, so this is 5 lands. This is 24 cards, so I get to make 1 cut. Could cut Raider's Carve. 3 seasons. Or maybe a Thought Thief. What do I have on the board here? Wouldn't be very good at turning on Kinseekers. I guess probably, let's see, I have one, is it Snow Card or Permanent? Snow Permanents. So I have 1, 2, 3, I have 9 Snow Permanents in the deck. That's not terrible, but it's not great. First, I don't think I'm cutting a creature here. Versus what, Raiders Carve? I'll cut that. Maybe playing 1 mountain. This is 5, 6, 9 blue sources and 5, 6, 9 green sources. I can probably cut 1 blue for 1 green, since my fixing is all green. Oh, but I have 1 more land. I have 2 double blues, 2 double greens. Guess I'll add an island. Alright, let's do it. The power. Ooh, 6 lands. Probably not. Oh, 1 land. Get wrecked. Alright. Put Cyclone Summoner on the bottom. And I guess Marie. Come on, land. If I draw a land and I get to play Elven Bow and rune it up, I might be okay. Nice. Wasn't another color, but that's alright. Alright, let's see if I can find a land. Nope. Sure would love to find an island. Ooh, Turgrid's Lantern? That's gonna be rough. Can I find an island now? Nopers. I think I want to discard here. And I don't think I have life to play with for Bind the Monster. Island. Darn it. I'm sending everybody this time because they can double block the Horizon Seeker to kill it. If they want to do that, then I want to get the 2 damage in from the Guardian. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I can't lose the life. I guess I'm discarding. I guess Inga's not going to cut it. Well, yeah, Inga's not going to cut it. Spirit effectively draws me a card. Yep. It's not looking good. Turgrid's Lantern is a house. Yuck. Should they untap, make me discard my last card, probably? Actually, I could sack one of the runes so that I can play my Grizzled Outrider. Blizzard Brawl is interesting. I'm short the mana. Is the Augur Raven or the Mistwalker a bigger problem? Probably the Augur Raven. Leaving the land in hand to discard. Balls. Well, I'm dead. Still has reach. So I only have one snow permanent in the graveyard right now. Can I afford to risk it? I guess. I am surprised that I am still playing this game. Really thought I'd be dead a long time ago. Wow, they have an all run? I have to push damage, but I can't afford to move the bow, because it's 3, right? Yeah. So if I move the bow and attack for 4, they can send in the Mistwalker. They can get it to 4 power. They want to trade, huh? That's interesting. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to sack the bow here. No, just kidding. I can discard a card. I just hope that I don't draw Lindworm exactly. Or, I guess, the Giant. But I think the Giant's on the bottom of my library. No, just kidding. Well, that's bad news. Well, they have Alrund's Epiphany, too. Must be nice to have double Mythic. Yeah, I'm just going to scoop this one up. Alright, so they're blue-black control. Do I want a Raven form? Yeah, because it answers Turgid Shadow and Alrund. And did I see a bunch of removal? I saw a bounce spell and a bind the monster. Probably don't want 3 seasons. Alright. That was, I did surprisingly well for playing against a Mythic, a Turgid Shadow, and mulling to 5. Ugh, my splash killing me here. Alright, I'm going to keep it and hope to top deck a land. If I top deck a land, I get to play Horizon Seeker, and then I'm probably fine. Missed on that land. Land. Crud. Land? Alright. Still like to draw land. Nice. Let's do this. Send. And go dig out an island. I think the Rune of Flight can probably go. And the Thought Thief. I don't have any snowlands. I think Blessing of Frost can go. Keep the Rune. Oh. I didn't realize that worked on discard too. Buying the monster is not the worst, but it doesn't... I need to play one of my 5-drops this turn. That could be a Saw coming. I bet it is. Well, I just have to play into it. I guess for that reason I'll play the 5/5. Alright, if they have a removal spell, I'm just dead, but Turgid is going to kill me anyways, so let's do that. And that is game. Oh well. Their deck was pretty great. Got to lose to both sides of Turgid. Yeah, if I had gotten a Cyclone, that would have been pretty sweet. This is good. I do want another land, but I mean, I've got Sculptor on 2 with a snow land, and I have a Runed Crown. No, that was not exactly the card I wanted to draw here. Nice. Alright, so I can have 4 mana. I think I'm just Horizon Seeker here. Attack for 2. I could Thought Thief actually and try to put a land on top. That might be better. They're trying to decide if they want to see this coming. Well, it's a land. It's not an untapped land, but that's alright. I kind of feel like they have saw it coming. But I want them to use it this turn, so I'm going to play the Horizon Seeker. And then tap this for... And I don't know if I want green or blue here. I guess I'll take green. In case Sculptor of Winter dies, I'm closer to Rootless You. Would you like to trade? You would. Very nice. Mm-hmm. That seems good. Not with Cyclone Summoner in hand. Let's just do this. And I think I'm going to get the green one. Because I do actually kind of want to trade here. Oh, just kidding. They can't trade. This was a much better choice. Alright, so I kind of feel like I'm not playing Cyclone Summoner for a while, so I will bind this. Even though it's real bad if I end up playing Cyclone Summoner. You got it. So they have, as it stands, they have to put Mentor in front of Rootless You, and that means they take 5. So I guess I'd go Guardian Gladewalker here and send both, and that's lethal. Alright, so I just saw, like, green-blue stuff. Yeah, I don't see any reason to change anything. Nopers. Ugh. I guess I have to keep this one and hope to top deck a green source. If I do, 3 Seasons might be able to dig me into another land. Ugh. I'm not happy with it, though. I guess Rootless You goes on the bottom. Well, I guess Demon... Rootless You. Uh-oh. Come on, deck. Need some help here. Gimme a forest. Oh, that wasn't bad. Alright. Can we do another land? Take another land, please. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, I found another land. I don't really like playing into their that. This is awkward, but I'm gonna do this. And then if I draw a land, I'll probably play the Spirit of the Elder Guard and let them kill it because of the 3 Seasons. If they don't, I might just play the 3 Seasons. We'll see. I don't know how much I want to risk 3 Seasonsing. I think I don't. If I didn't have the Spirit of the Elder Guard in hand, I'd just go for it. But with the Spirit of the Elder Guard, being able to buy it back is pretty good. Three to the top, that's kind of scary. Alright, I will trade with Inga if I get the chance. Yep. Land. Man. Alright, I found my land. Is it other? Yeah. I can't just play Spirit because it can't trade. It would take 7. And then I would be dead on the next turn. Because I can't get an untapped red source. If I play Horizon Seeker and trade with not Volt Recluse, I'm still dead on the next turn. So I guess I'll do this. Oh, I can Inga though. Try to dig for something. I don't think any of those are going to do it. Oh, that'll do it. Alright, so they're like 5-color snow or whatever. I don't think I can do anything about that. Mammoth Growth is kind of interesting. Against Bears and Blizzard Brawl. Oh, just kidding. It's not that good against Bears. You just really want me to have that World Tree, huh? You know, I did see a fair bit of removal, so maybe Snakeskin Veil's good. I don't really like this 3 seasons. Well, look at that. I got a Snowland. I have all my colors. And my opponent is mulliganing? It's like I have it all. Question is, do I play Horizon Seeker or Thought Thief next turn? Alright, well now it's Horizon Seeker, because next turn I can attack with Horizon Seeker, dig out a land, and then play Sculptor of Winter. Yeah, it's nice to have keepable hands, huh? Spirit. Well, I have a Rootless You next turn. Or I could eat the Spirit with a Snakeskin Veil. Let's see if they go for it. I actually would prefer that they don't block. You know, I should have played the Shimmerdrift Veil and then Blizzard Brawl. That would have been better. Let's go find a land. Island. And tap. And Thought Thief. Is Inga good? Yeah, that's probably good enough. Good old Bergie. Let's Rootless U and then, oh no, I can't untap a green source. I can if I play Shimmerdrift Veil on green. Alright, let's Rootless U and do this. Untap it. And Blizzard Brawl. It's permanents, right? There's no permanents. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do it here to get the extra point in. Keep that pressure on. Alright, opponent, what do you have? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, they clearly have something, but I have to attack for lethal, right? I can't just not. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll dig the land out. Do I want to put Rootless U on top? Sure. But I'm going to play Inga here. Ooh. Those are some good ones. I like all of them. I think I'll just keep them in that order, I guess. So they can path next turn. I guess I can't send both because the Masked Vandal makes it so that they can block with both and draw the 3 cards. So I'll just send this one. And we'll play a Rootless U. And Thought... whatever it plays is just going to die, but I know I like my top cards. Let's play Thought Thief and target them. I don't think I want them to have that. This is going to be a close one. Path of the World Tree makes it close. I guess I want a Morit. Pretty bad if they have an instant speed removal spell for the Rootless Hue. They did not. And I guess I want to do this before they try to kill anything. Alright, so I mean, they can already just make Inga work, so I'm just going to send everybody. They get to draw 1,000 cards. So I probably don't want to play Cyclone Summoner, so I'm going to play the Lindworm, or get the Lindworm. They have their own Lindworm. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I still had lethal. So I think instead of more magic, I can play some Eternal. Have you seen Eternal Mononoko? It's basically like Magic, but they use the digital card space a lot better. And by a lot better, I mean they use it. Obviously, Magic can't use it. Someday. There we go. So I'm going to be playing Expedition, which is basically Eternal's version of Standard, but I will play one game in the Gauntlet against AI so that you can see what I'm playing. So I'm playing like a blue-red control deck. This is kind of questionable. I think I'll throw it back. So this is like a dual land. So in Eternal, you get Influence and Power. Power is like mana, and then Influence is like the colors of mana, but cards don't require colored mana, they just require power, and then you just have to have the appropriate influence. So with this card, if I have two, if I was going to play both of these, I need to have two primal or blue influence, but if I have 4 power and 2 blue influence, I can still play both, because it doesn't use up the influence to play it. So this is a red and a blue influence, but it comes in depleted, i.e. tapped, unless you have a sigil in your hand. Sigils are like the basic lands. This hand doesn't have... it does have some interaction. I'm going to keep it. Plunder is a cool ability. Plunder is, when it comes into play, you can choose a card in your hand to plunder. If that card is not a power card, it turns into a power card. So if you like pick a blue card, it becomes a blue one. If you pick like a blue-red gold card, it becomes randomly blue or red. And then if you pick a power card, it turns into a treasure, which is a 2-mana spell that says draw a card. Also, this has killer, so it can attack immediately if it is specifically attacking a creature. And it has imbue, so when it comes into play, you get to basically tap one of your creatures, and it stays tapped as long as this is in play. And this gets +X+X, where X is that creature, or +X+Y, where X is that creature's power, and Y is that creature's toughness. I guess I'll keep this. This is one of the win conditions on the deck, so it's a 1/3, but when you get up to 4 blue power, every time it attacks, you look at your top card. If it's a spell, you draw it. If otherwise, you discard it. When you get to 6 blue, it gets +2/+2 in Berserk. Berserk says one time it can attack and go Berserk, or I guess activate a second attack. If it survives to the second combat, it attacks a second time, and then after that it becomes Reckless, which means it's forced to attack every turn, and you only get that double attack once. And if you get up to 8 blue, every time you play a spell, you deal damage equal to that spell's, or this deals damage equal to that spell's mana cost to the opponent. This is a 4/5 that loots every time it hits them, but when you get to 10 cards in your graveyard, it has +3/+3. This is a 5/3 flying regen. Regen means the first time it would take damage, prevent that damage instead, and break your regen. When it comes into play, or when it hits them, you get to double loot, and when you play it, you can transform a relic, which is like an artifact, and sometimes weapons are relics, or a sight, which is kind of like a planeswalker, into a 4/1 that can't block. The reason I was willing to keep this hand is because these are early interaction. This is a 2/2 flyer for 6, but when you play it, you get to draw a card for every 2 blue influence you have. The other reason I kept it is that these can plunder away stuff into lands if I don't draw lands. These are just 1/2 flyers. I will play this. I think I want to, plunder this one. So this has Aegis, which means it's kind of like one-time hexproof, but from global effects too. So if someone plays Harsh Judgment, which is basically Wrath of God, and you have a creature with Aegis, it breaks your creature's Aegis, but your creature survives it. Same is true for any targeted spell, only from your opponent. And then once it's broken, it's like it doesn't have it. When this comes into play, you get to swap a card in your hand for a blue card in your market. Market is kind of like a sideboard, but it's only 5 cards, and instead of swapping between games, you have cards that let you swap during the game. I think the market's one of the really cool features of this game. I don't want to trade right now because I'm planning to play this if I don't draw a land, and then I'll imbue this one. Well, I got well, not really punished. Didn't draw the land. Okay, so I'm going to play this one, imbue this one, plunder this, play a land, kill this one, and then play this. So if I draw a land, this can block this. Otherwise, I have to race it, which is not great. So that comes into play. It stuns, so keeps a creature tapped as long as this is in play. Nice, I drew a land. So this is a blue-red land, and it comes in tapped unless you either have triple red or triple blue already. And if you have both triple red and triple blue, when you play this, you draw a treasure trove, which is the 2-mana spell draw card. So I'll attack for 2, or for 4, I mean. And then I'm going to play this. Now I have a blocker. Well, just kidding. Oh, they didn't do the thing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is imbue this guy. I am going to turn this into a land because I want to be able to play this and draw a bunch of cards. And then I'm going to kill the big one, which also kills my guy, so this guy untaps. And then I can send... I'm just going to send this one for now. The reason I'm only sending that one is I don't want to double loot exactly until I play this one. I mean, I'd take it, but I'd rather not do the thing right now. So this is a 3/1 flyer with Spark, which means if your opponent took damage this turn, then it gets your units with flying get +1 attack. So I'm going to go ahead and send both. Just kidding. I'm going to play this to draw cards first, then I will send both. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Berserk on this, so it'll attack twice and trigger the ability twice. So not a spell, goes to the graveyard. And I get to loot here off of this. I think I can get rid of one removal spell and maybe this land searching card, and then I get this trigger again. Not a spell. One of the things that's good about this card in this deck is even when you don't draw spells with it, you have that 4/5 you saw earlier, which wants you to have 10 cards in your graveyard. So it helps you fill up for that. Nice. So I can play this, which is comes into play tapped land, but it counts as 2 blue influence. And then I can play this and kill one of their blockers, and that puts me at, since I'm at 8, it's going to deal damage with the converted mana cost to my opponent. And then I will send, and I drew a spell which should be lethal there. Bloop. So there you go. So that's kind of what this deck looks like. I regularly get behind with this deck and then like win by the skin of my teeth. Oops. So in this system, you go bronze, silver, gold, diamond, master, and each one of those has 3 ranks, well, until master. And so when you, and once you rank up to like rank 2 gold, you can't rank back down. But in the meantime, every time you lose some of your level in that rank. And until you get to diamond, you lose less than you gain by winning. But once you hit diamond, it's the same amount. So this only has 1 land, so I'm going to throw it back. In this game, your first mulligan is free, and after your first mulligan, you're guaranteed 2 to 4 lands. And then if you mulligan again, it's the last mulligan you get to take. You're guaranteed 2 to 4 lands, but you only get 6 cards. So that's what they did. So I'm going to start with this. It comes in tapped. I could try to save it until I have enough. I don't really want to play this now, so I'm just going to play this. So that I would get the treasure, but that's not very likely, and it was more likely that I was going to get screwed on 3 by it. Alright, well, I guess I'll play this now to just turn this into a treasure trove. Let's play this and draw a card. And now when I play this next turn, I will get a treasure trove. This was the comes into play tapped, but gives me 2 red sources. This is a 3/3 Overwhelm is Trample, and then they get to swap a card in their hand for a red card in their market. Let's do this, and play this. Oh, also decks in this are 75 cards, not 60. Forgot to mention that. I think I'm just going to take this. They could have a burn spell to finish this off if I break the regen. This is a 3/2, can't attack unless you have a Sentinel, which is a creature type. I haven't really seen that, Mono No Kill. The thing is, you are limited on, I mean, you get 2 mulligans, right? The first one is, quote, free. Okay. Yeah, that was what they were planning to kill my thing with. It's also, like, because you're playing 75 card decks, it's hard to build, like, combo type things. Alright, let's attack first, because I'm going to get the double loot. Discard this. And I guess this. What happened? There we go. Play this and this, and I actually want this to die, so I'm not going to imbue. I want it to die. It's not exactly that I want it to die, but that I don't want to tap one of my things and leave it tapped. So this is a 2/1 with Decay. Decay means when it deals damage to creatures, it's -X damage. Whenever you play another Sentinel, it gets +1 attack, and you get to create a Power Burst, which is a 0 mana spell that says +1 power this turn. So it's like a 2 mana, 2/1 that gives you a Mox. Not a Mox, a Lotus Petal. So charge is haste, and bond is whenever, or you can tap a creature of the that shares a type to reduce the mana cost to cast it. And I drew a removal spell. I'm just gonna send here. Nice, I even drew a spell. I think I can discard this treasure trove. And this, so this is a 4/4. When it comes into play, you get to choose a card in your market and shuffle it and 3 additional copies, so 4 copies of it, into the top 20 cards of your deck. But I don't need that right now. Nice, I drew a spell there too. Lucky. This is deals 4 damage, can't be stopped by Aegis, which is that hexproof thing, and Amplify 5, which is like multi-kicker, so you can pay 5, and each time you do, you double the damage it deals. This gives me Aegis and finds me a Primal Sigil, or like a basic island, I guess. I guess I'm going to do this. I want it to die. Actually, change my mind. I don't want it to die. Then I'm not going to transform anything. So because this 3/5 has to attack every turn, and I don't particularly want it to attack, because, you know, there could be a nasty block for me, I'm tapping it instead. I'm trying to get to diamond before reset in 2 days. Which is part of the reason that I'm streaming this right now instead of Magic. Warm Ferret. This is a solid hand. So this is either tap and a creature doesn't untap for a turn on a unit with 2 or more and then plunder, or negate. So yeah, negate that for something that costs 2 or more and then plunder. This is a Birds of Paradise basically. It's a 0/1. It doesn't give you any influence, but it's an 0/1 and it increases your maximum power by 1. And then it has multi-kicker of 4. So you always bolt the bird, right? This spell is a bolt on a creature for 2 damage, or for 3 damage, 2 mana. It gets voidbound, which means it can't leave the graveyard, and it loses regen and can't regenerate. So it's a way around regenerate creatures. This is instant divination. I'm looking to draw an untapped land so I can play Torgov. I'm going to counter this actually and find my own land by turning that into a land. So what that was going to do is they were going to look at my hand and choose a card that I can't play for 2 turns, and then they were going to get a Sentinel equal to their maximum power. That was irritating. I guess I'm playing this and playing this. This is a 4/5 with killer, so it can like attack a creature. And then once I hit an opponent with units 5 times, I get to draw a spell from my board. So I'm going to attack here. Okay, so that's a instant kill a unit with different power and toughness. I'm at only 3 cards in my graveyard. It says +1 maximum power, pay 2 and sack it to draw a sentinel or attachment from your market. Attachments are like artifacts and enchantments. Man, I'm getting very flooded here. Well, that'll help. And I am going to turn one of their relics, I think this one, into a 4/1. So this one is a 7/7. When it hits me, they get to draw all the power cards from the top 10 cards of my deck. Sorry, of their deck. And then if I make them discard it, they get to play it. So I'm going to draw 2 first, see what I find. And how many cards are in my yard? 5. Well, I'll attack, see what I find. 1, 2. Discard 1. Two, I guess. Play this. And I'll just play another one of these. I'm trying to mana screw them. They're on a green-white ramp deck, basically. Block and block. I feel like they probably have like a Wrath, because that's a weird attack otherwise. They would have sent the 7/7 too. I don't know what they have. This is balance. Almost. It's hand size and creatures. Well, that was pretty good. I'm going to do this and this. I guess I should have done this post-combat since I have the double loop, but that's alright. So I'm just going to mill 4 cards here. Man, the blowing up their relics really screwed them, because it gave them 4/1s, which made that equalize a lot worse. So with this game, every 3 wins you get a silver treasure chest, which gives you like 250 gold and a random uncommon. And on wins 1 and 2, you get a red treasure chest, which gives you like 50 to 100 gold and I think no cards. Maybe you get like a common. And you can do that 3 times. So you can get 3 silver treasure chests per day in Expedition, and you can do the same thing in Throne. Throne is like historic. And any chest has a random chance, I don't know what the chance is, to upgrade to the next level chest. There's actually a chest below the red ones for like the gauntlet if you lose too early that only give you like 20 gold or something and no card. I've actually had one of those upgrade all the way. So go from that to the red chest, to the silver chest, to the gold chest, to the diamond chest. It's pretty crazy. The diamond chest gives you, the gold chest give you like 500 to 600 gold and a pack, and the silver or the platinum chest give you, or diamond chest give you like 1500 to 2000 gold and a pack and a random foil uncommon, I think. This is a little awkward because I have no red sources, and without any red sources I have no interaction early, and otherwise I don't have anything till 4, so I think I'm going to throw it back. Well, this is better. So I am going to start on this because I don't want to get screwed on turn 4, I guess, by not having a untapped land. I would like to draw a creature to play on turn 4. Gold is used for buying the solo adventures, for buying packs, or for buying into the drafts. So, for everything, basically. I'm not going to play the Huntress here. I was tempted to play it to turn one of these 6 drops into a land, but I'm going to wait. I'll still have the option next turn if I want to. Well, I'm going to blow this up. That's a 3/3 that draws them a forest every time it attacks. So that is a colorless land, but when you draw it, you get a 4/1 that can't block if you have a creature in your graveyard. Let's do this and play this. I have a lot of resources. I used to play this game a lot, and then I put it down for a couple of years, and when I came back, I had like a ton of gold and a ton of shiftstone. Oh, that's a thing. Well, I'm gonna block. And because this has regen, it won't take any damage, so they won't get the 9 life from the lifelink. And so I just built like a ton of... Shiftstone is like in Hearthstone with the, what do you call it? The dust. So I just like built a ton of decks. And I ran mostly out of Shiftstone. But as a result, I was able to go from like not playing for a long time to being able to build kind of a bunch of whatever I wanted. So I haven't found an answer yet to that. I think I can discard like this. And maybe 1 land. So I think I'm chump blocking with my 2/2 here. If I can get this to, if I can get to 10 cards in my yard, this will be big, and then this plus this can make a killer to kill that. Give your other units Warcry 2. Wow. Okay, well, I'm chumping. This is a 2/2 flyer, and they get to switch out for a green card from their hand, to their market, I mean. By the way, this has a weapon on it, or an enchantment, basically, that has +X/+X, where X is their green influence. Alright, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and then probably play this thing and kill the... yeah. Kill this. And attack. And I'm gonna have to take 1 hit. I don't need to draw a ton of extra cards here. Alright, so I'm at 8 cards in yard. So 1 more hit from the 5/3 puts me to 10 cards in yard. And then this will be... Oh, it won't even be big enough, will it? Shoot. This is a 10/10 now, so it'll be a 7/8. So let's see. I'm still going to send this. Ooh. Do I have something in my markets? No. So I'll discard that. This can stun it for a turn. I think I'll discard this. Play a land. Oh shoot, I clicked on the wrong card. Oh, I did not mean to discard the stun card. That's unfortunate. Well, then maybe I do this to chump block for a turn. And And then I think I like killing this 4/4 that has Warcry. Warcry is whenever this attacks, it gives the top unit or weapon of your deck +X, where X is your Warcry amount. So that's a relic weapon, which is... I'm going to jump here. It's like in Hearthstone, weapons in Hearthstone, but instead of durability, you gain armor, which is like extra life. Alright, so I can... play this land. I have to kill the Greatsword, so I'll do that. And then this can block for a turn for free. And I guess I'll play this too. If I can get to 13 mana, I can double this damage twice. I've never done that before. So deal 16. And then also if I have this in play, it would deal another 13, because that would be this spell's mana cost. So I basically need to trade with this this thing right now. So I'm going to go like this, and like this, and play a land, go dig out another land, and play this, and I'm going to go ahead and kill that, and now I have a bunch of blockers. Alright. They have no board left, so I guess this works out. Loot loot. So I'm going to do this with one amplify, and I'm doing that now because I get to immediately draw a card back. Because it was this guy doing the damage, and that was the 5th creature dealing damage, which triggered that to draw a spell back. There's a lot of cool interactions in this game. I think it is, well, it is clearly Magic, copying Magic. They do I think, a very good job differentiating themselves with the digital card space in a way that I think is much better than the way Hearthstone does it. Yeah, this seems good. So I have this double blue on the first turn, and then I get to play this and dig for another land, and then I have the divination, and then I have Torgoth. Yeah, I agree. They went too far on the RNG for Hearthstone. The one thing that's cool about Hearthstone is a lot of the solo play is pretty good, but I don't have time for all the games. I choose this Magic over Hearthstone. When this attacks, your spells deal +1 damage this turn. Okay. I'm gonna do this draw 2. They might have a counterspell in the deck, so I just want to do this while they can't leave up a counterspell. I don't know what this deck does. Let's play my this. Play. Let's attack first and see what they do. Nothing? Okay. I think I can discard this at this point, since I have 2 of these. It's a good one. So this is a 3/3. When it comes into play, you get 2 1/1 Grenadins, and whenever another one of your units dies, it gets a permanent +2/+2. But I can kill it this way and attack. I should have attacked first. That's okay. And I think I'm just going to draw 2 here. And go dig a land out. Another scrap tank. Let's do this and kill that one too. This one I can't do at instant speed, so it's important that I do it before attacks. I don't think I need this at this point. So if I hit with 2 more creatures, I get to draw a spell, and if I hit with 3 more creatures, I get to draw a spell. And they're going to scoop it up. I'm on quite the win streak here. I think I won 4 games earlier today with this deck, and this is, what, 3 in a row? So I'm at 7. I think I was at, I think I'm at 8 or 9 wins in a row with this deck over a few sessions. I mean, I am also only in the gold bracket. Yeah, this is fine. As it stands right now, my second land's going to come in tapped, but after that, I'll be fine. And it already has double red and 4 blue. You don't need more than 3 red in the deck. You really only need 2 red, but for these to get a treasure trove, you need a 3rd red. I need to play this one over, this comes into play tapped double red, because double red, double blue will not make one of these come in untapped, and then I won't have my 3-drop. I'd like to kill this if I can. Nope, they're going to exploit me. So this is Thoughtseize plus Plunder. You don't lose the 2 life, but it also costs 2 mana. So if they take Pyrotech Explosion, then I'll be playing this next turn. If they take this, then I'll be playing Pyrotech Explosion next turn, probably. Okay, so Jarl will be coming down this turn. And I'm going to play this, since I don't need the extra mana, and it puts me at 3 so that I can trigger the treasure trove off that. This has a pay 4 to give it a permanent +3/+3, and it has Inspire. Units you draw gain lifesteal. Inspire means every time you draw a card. So whenever they draw a unit, that unit gets permanent lifesteal. It's pretty good. This card's pretty nasty. So this is a 1/5 with Decay, which means it gives -1/-1 counters, and Endurance, which is Vigilance. Whenever any of my units die, this gets a permanent +1/+1, and they get a 1/1 flying Death Touch. Do I have any answers for that? I don't think I do. I have this in my sideboard. So maybe that's the play here. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this 2/3 with Aegis and exchange it for, or exchange this treasure trove for this. And then hope that they do not kill one of my creatures on my until my next turn. I do have a Dazzle to help protect my creatures. This is a 5 mana, deal 5 to anything, and then for each extra 3 you pay, you get to hit one other thing. I'm considering... No, never mind. I think I just have to kill this right now. I can't really send. I can't send because when this dies, this gets Warcry 4, and she doubles her power and toughness, so she becomes a 6/6. And I kind of can't beat that right now. So instead, I can just keep taking 1 from their flyer with Warcry 2. So they get to keep pumping the top parts of their deck. Alright, I'm going to draw 2 and see what I find. Maybe dazzling something here. Found a land. I'm going to send this and see what happens. They're blocking. So I'm going to dazzle that. So that says when a creature would deal damage this turn, it deals damage to itself instead. And I think I do want a land. So I get to kill their 1/1 flyer that has Warcry next turn with this Huntress. Hopefully they didn't give some creature on top of their deck +4/+4, because that'd be tough for me to beat right now. So whenever your units with 5 or more attack have lifesteal, it plunders, and it has lifesteal because they drew it with this. Ooh, that was good. So what I'm going to do is go boop. I'm not going to transform anything in hand. Kill this. And then play this one. Stun that one. And kill that. And let's send whiff. Loot. I don't think I want this dazzle at this point. Nice, drew spell. Well, that turn was really good for me. Good enough, my opponent's going to scoop. So with Imbue, you can imbue one of your tapped creatures. It just can't be a stunned creature. So that's why I got to do what I did, where I imbued, used the killer, and then imbued that one, and killed something else. So I've done the 3 times already on Expedition, so you can see I only get 2 red chests for finishing now, or for getting to 3 wins now. And then I can do that forever. There's also puzzles, which is kind of cool. So I'll show you one. Here, I'll show you drawing cards. So I've completed all these already, but I'll show you like a silver one. I don't want to show you like one I haven't figured out yet, because then you won't get to see. Yes, they are like magic win this turn puzzles. So send that cultist away by winning this turn. Some of them are pretty hard too. So Echo says when you draw this, make a copy and draw it. It's 2/4 life steal. They're at 3 life. My units that cost 1. My units that cost 1 or less have charge. This is a 3/3 charge. Deal 1 to each other unit and each player. Sacrifice a unit to kill an enemy unit. pay 2 and tap it to loot. Draw a unit from your void, it gets +1/+1. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this 0/1. It has haste, but it can't attack because it's 0 power. I'm going to sacrifice it to kill their unit. And then I'm going to play this Dark Return to draw a unit from my void, and it gets +1/+1. So I'm going to draw this, and then when I draw it, it has Echo, so it gets the +1/+1, and then I get 2 copies of it. And then I will play both, and they have haste because of this guy, and I attack for 3. And I win that puzzle. So it was only a silver one, so it was an easier one. But you get the idea. They have a whole bunch of them. So most of these have 5 puzzles. So basics, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, this one might have more. This one has 9. So 55, 64, plus 5 is 69, plus 5 is 74, and 5 more is 79. So there's 79 different puzzles. I still haven't solved them all. I still have, what, 2 in the void, and 1 for quick draw. Quick draw is like first strike, but only on attacking. And I've got 1, 2 for odds and ends, which is just like random stuff. And that's it. So I have like 4 or 5 left. Okay, let's see if I can solve one. And keep in mind, I've been playing this game for like 5 years or something. I mean, albeit I only spend a little bit of time on the puzzles, but, and I specifically don't look them up. Oh yeah, I was having trouble with this one not that long ago. So here's the deal. I have to deal 25 damage this turn. When this dies, it drains them for 5. It's a 5/1. When this dies, it deals 3 to them. It's a 1/1, and I've got 2 of those. I have this, which says when you play a shadow unit, including it, you can play a shadow unit from your void and then give it void bound, which means, you know, it can't come back a second time. This is a 5/5. When you play it, you can sack another unit. If you do, draw 2 cards. In these puzzles, usually your whole deck is just lands, so drawing cards doesn't do anything for you. Deal 1 damage, and then the top unit or weapon of your deck gets +1/+1, which is nothing. 3/2 with charge and quick draw, so basically 3/2 haste, first strike. And then in my discard pile, I have a 5/5 flying, Aegis, charge, endurance, Warcry 5. A 4/4, and you can transform any number of units into a copy of this. The transformed units, if they could attack, get to continue to attack, but new units are still summoning sick. This is a 6/6 trample, and when it deal damage equal to its power when it comes into play. And this is a 6/4. Each unit with flying gets -1/-1 for each of your other units. And when an enemy unit dies, you gain a life, and this gets +1/+1. It is worth noting, if I play this, this would get minus a bunch and die. I cannot bring it back with negative toughness. It just won't let me bring it back. So I have to deal 25 points of damage. In my hand, I also have a Zombify and a draw unit from your void and give it +1/+1. So I only have 18 mana. If I attack, that's 7. I could say reanimate this to kill this, which is 12. That leaves me 13 mana. But then I can't bring it back. So what if this is 14 mana. What if I kill this after attacks? That's 7. Kill this for 1 mana. That's 12. Zombify it. That's 6 mana. Sack it. That's 12 mana. Deal another 5. That's 17. Leaves me with 6 mana. So I can buy it back and play it again. But then I'm out of mana. And I've only done 17. Vara's really expensive, and I can bring back one thing for free, one shadow unit for free, but then I don't have any other shadow units really. I mean, I have this. That doesn't get me there either. I've toyed with the idea of trying to play like this to sack one of these after damage, to get extra damage in. I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to not do it right now because, as I said, I tried this one recently and got stuck. So some of the puzzles are quite tough, unlike the one I started with. See the quick draw ones. I haven't looked at this in a while. So they have 4 blockers. Whenever I draw a card, it gets +1/+1. Shoot for 1. Give dinosaurs. Nightfall means for 1 turn cycle, so their turn and then your turn, you draw a card and lose a life during your draw step. What does this do? Mentor stuff. Quick draw. So I think it's possible that part of the trick will be to hit with this. No, never mind. Do I have anything with trample? I don't. So quick draw works on fights too, but that doesn't. Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't really matter because once it's tapped to, it can't attack at that point. But part of the puzzle's probably this, and I'm at 1 life. So if any of my creatures die, I lose. So without I'm not gonna try and figure it all out on this go. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna shoot this. I don't have any other dinosaurs. I can play this. Give this -2/-2. And then kill it. I don't think this is going to get me there. Play this. And give it killer. See, I can play a land for the turn. But see, I can play this and attack, but then I'm dead. I can play this to add power, and then it doesn't have quick. and then kill this, but then I'm dead. So that didn't work. So I'll retry it. Oh, I wonder if this plus this draws me cards. I didn't even think about that. Let's find out. Aha, it does. Okay. I don't think this does it either. Yeah, the decks are usually just land. So the drawing cards is for other stuff. Oh, like this. Okay, this -2/-2, and kill it. And then I can play this, and it'll have... Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. And then bite that. Oh shoot, I forgot about Aegis. Okay, so we're almost there. Just do it like that, but I need to change. This needs to kill something else and then use a killer on that. Alright, so boom, boom, give this killer, let's shoot that. Do this, give you -2/-2, killer you. Do this, do this, and this. I think that'll do it. Aha, we solved one. So I think the puzzles are pretty fun. If you want another Magic game that isn't Magic, I highly recommend this one. They're also like pretty generous with their free rewards. And obviously, you know, it's freemium, so you can buy to get started. Open my packs here. You get 1 pack a day just for winning a game against a player. And you can, you know, get all that gold there. Here, I'll show you what's in the store here. So there's, you know, there's packs. Gems are like gems in Magic where you have to pay for them. And then there's, so it's 1,000 gold for a pack. And, you know, they have all the different packs since the game started. There's theme decks you can buy. There's, you know, stuff for the table or whatever. And then things like these, well, like these, you can't see it here, It's a set of cards, and you buy them, and you just get 4 copies of everything. And then sometimes there are campaigns, like this one, where you get the cards, but you play a campaign to unlock the cards instead. And then the packs, and there's a drafting too. One of the things that got me started on this game is when you draft, you're drafting 4 packs instead of 3, but even though it's asynchronous, so you can stop in the middle, there's no timer or whatever, but you pick a card and then pass, and then someone else who has done a draft is passing to you, so it remembers somebody else's draft. So you're getting passed to by a live player, even if they're not sitting at the table with you. And then pack 2 goes the other way, or I should say is a different player. And then pack 3 is that first player, and then pack 4 is that second player again. And then you build 45 card decks. In solo, they have the gauntlet, which you can do for free as many times as you want, and you can just earn gold that way. There's also Forge, which is it's kind of like drafting against bots. So instead of a draft, it gives you it's more like Arena on Hearthstone, where you choose between 3 cards that are all the same rarity, and then you just keep doing that. You pick 25 cards that way. After you've picked cards in 2 different colors, it only shows you cards of those 2 colors, and then at the end, it just adds 20 lands to your deck, and then you play against AI decks. You can rank up in this and in the gauntlet. So when you rank up, you get a better box than a gold box. So you get like your 2 gold boxes and a rank up box until you get to master, and then you just get the gold ones. So I was going to open these packs. So when you open a pack, you get 100 shift stone. You can see it go up there, which is the making stuff. So in every pack you get a rare or mythic, you get 3 uncommons, and you get however many other commons. In this case, I happen to get a foil uncommon. The foils, you can disenchant, or whatever it's called in this game, the foils into the same price as making a same card of that rarity in non-foil, and you get like a third or a quarter, I think it's a third, for the other cards. This is a card that sees a lot of play. So I have all these packs basically just from like gold boxes and from my 1 win of the day. So these cards are old enough that unless they're part of the specifically selected cards, they're not legal in Expedition, which you saw me playing, but they're illegal in Throne, which is the other format. So then I can go here, and you can see that I have 128 extra commons, more than my 4 copies, 55 uncommons, and 6 rares. So it looks like the rares are worth 200 shiftstone apiece. The uncommons are worth 10, and the commons are worth 1. I'm going to destroy all the extras there. And then, in case you are wondering, Oops. What it costs to make something. Oops. I need a card that I don't own. So here's a mythic. So mythics cost 3,200 shiftstone. And rares need a rare. Cost 800. So it looks like you get a quarter back for disenchanting. Also, cool random feature, not that it's terribly important, but if you look here, you can look at any given set, so like of the original set. For a single set, I have 98% of the set, so there's probably like 1 or 2 cards that I don't have. And then for a play set, I have 100% of the commons, 100% of the uncommons, 100% of the rares, and 89% of the legendaries. I think maybe not. I was going to say I think that there's like a way you can see on the foils too, but maybe not. So here's the full set. Oops. So that was single set. Oh, so I'm missing, this is single, there's 1 or 2 legendaries I'm missing. For a full set, I have all the commons, all the uncommons, almost all the rares, about half the legendaries. And then for full set premium, as you can see, I mostly don't have those because I don't spend the shiftstone on that. And you can do that on any one of the sets, which I think is kind of cool. Here's my match history. Oh, it goes way, way back. So here you go. I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 11 in a row with that deck. And then before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 15 for 15 with that deck right now. Or 16? 16. And then it tells you like what your hand looked like, and then what you kept, and then what you drew throughout the game, how many turns it went, some cool stuff. And then faction progress tells you, like, you can like level up your factions, which isn't that interesting to me. There's achievements if you care about that kind of stuff. You can change like your avatars, card backs, whatever. They also have like championships and stuff. So it'll tell you like where you're ranked and stuff, and you can win like championship points and earn. They have like real money tournaments, although that's more recent, and I'm not playing enough for that. This card back here that I'm playing, the way you earn this is you play against a Direwolf employee and beat them. I happen to play against Andrew Beckstrom, who you may know as from Constructed Resources as a pro Magic player. He's on the team for Direwolf, and I ended up playing against him and beating him and won this card back, which I thought was pretty cool. So I think this is a super sweet game. If it weren't for Magic, I'd play this a whole lot more. You know, I play a lot more Magic. And, you know, you can't play this in paper, and being able to play in paper is kind of important to me, so there's that. Anyways, I am going to call that a night. I will probably be back on Saturday. I'm doing training for my side gig on Wednesday, so I probably won't have any clients by Friday. but it's possible that I will, and if I do, then of course I won't be streaming for that. But I'll cancel the stream on my schedule if that's the case. Anyways, have a good rest of your week, and I will hopefully see you Friday.